Today we have 120 cookies that I have to get baked up and out the door in about an hour and a half. Welcome back to the Station Bakery. I hosted my first pre-sale and y'all, we sold out. Yay! This is a pre-sale, which means everything that I will be baking up today has already been paid for, which means I'm kind of working for free right now. All the cookies that I'm going to be making will be going to customers. I know I get that question a lot with my 100+ mini cake pan videos. I get asked like, well, where do you go and sell them? How do you get rid of them? What do you do if you have any left over? Anything that I do has already been paid for. So I don't have to worry or stress about if it's gonna sell or not because they've already been sold. Let's go ahead and jump into getting our cookies and things baked up. I just preheated the oven. It decided that it wanted to run an update. Hopefully there are no more hiccups and we can get this done because we are low and short on time. Today's pre-sale was all about cookies. I offered either chocolate chip or cookie butter cookies. Because this was a pre-sale, I pre-made my dough, got it prepped, and they're in the freezer right now. So all I need to do is put them in the oven and baked up. I was very nervous hosting my first pre-sale. I had so many feelings and emotions. Hopefully I can get some videos out to you that'll like break down the whole process. I promoted this pre-sale with only my words and images of my product. I did not connect anything to my home bakery business.
I don't think I even introduced myself and like officially told them my name. And all of this is important because I wanted to show you that you don't need a lot of followers or clout to be able to sell your baked goods. I simply posted and marketed to a private group of about 300 people in our neighborhood. This is a new neighborhood that we just moved into recently, and it's still growing with a lot of new people coming in. So nobody's really familiar with anyone, which means that majority of these people have no idea that I have like the following that I have. They just saw me as a person who is wanting to sell cookies, and then they just decided if they wanted to buy them or not. I decided to host this cookie pre-sale completely on a whim. And while I just did it, randomly, I did do it with a strategy. And this strategy is something that I am coining and calling my Selling Made Simple framework, which I'll tell you about in just a moment.
Okay, first batch of cookies are in. We got them baking on 325 and I'm gonna put it for 8 minutes. They've gone for 8 minutes. I put them on for 4 more minutes. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna rotate these out to kind of help them bake a little more evenly and hope for the best. I'm so nervous because I don't want to overbake them, but I also don't want to underbake them. And this is always my issue when it comes to, did I press record? Okay, this is always my issue when it comes to baking, is like the edges don't look browned, but it's a light colored pan, so they could be ready. But I'm just gonna go ahead, take them out, just kind of hope for the best. I feel like cookies are so complicated to me because you take them out when they look not done, but then once they sit, then you see that they are done. I'm used to I want to see that it's done and know that it's done. But if I do that, then that means I've overbaked them. So just crossing my fingers and hoping for the best. So this is what they're looking like fresh out. And we'll just see how they cool. I'll get my next batch ready to go inside of the oven. Yeah, they're definitely ready. Yeah. See, that's the crazy thing about cookies. Okay, so those are in for a total of about 15 minutes. Yeah, those are ready. Okay, feeling good. Okay, first round is out.
And now we're gonna start on our next batch. These are my cookie butter cookies that I have scaled down to be mini cookies. And that's what this whole sale is. It's a sale for mini cookie packs. And the options are either cookie butter or chocolate chip.
An hour until it's time for me to start my deliveries. Hopefully I can get this all going. Oh, I do not want to be behind or late. I'm gonna put these, I think those are gonna be great. Get this next batch ready so when those come out, then I can just put these in.
So in the stage of life that I'm in, I need things to be simple and uncomplicated. And as I've worked with a lot of bakers one-on-one and just my own experience in my own home bakery business, I've realized that that's what a lot of bakers need as well. Something that is simple and actually works. And that's actually how I came up with my Selling Made Simple framework. I knew that there was a way to simplify the process of being able to sell baked goods. And after analyzing my years of experience, I was able to simplify the process of selling down into just 3 simple phases. And that's start, share, and sustain. So starting is just like what it says, right? You just decide to start. A lot of bakers get caught up and stuck in this phase because they're working, trying to make everything perfect. But you have to let that go. Choose one product, choose one way for people to order and take payments, and choose one way that you're going to deliver that product. The next phase is share, and this is just what it sounds like. You have to share and talk about your products a lot, and you have to actually ask people to buy from you. The more that you do this, the better you're going to get at sales, and the more sales that you're going to make. It's simply a numbers game. And the last part is sustain. It's good to have and start a business, but it's another thing to be able to have a business that's profitable and sustainable. And the way that you do this is through 2 ways. Have a good product and have great customer service. I'll tell you how I took this framework and implemented it into my pre-sale right after I get these cookies into the oven.
This is where the process can kind of start to break down because my time is running out and I'm low-key kind of panicking a little bit, but I just have to stay focused and do what I know I need to do and hope for the best. Put these in at 375 for 8 minutes. I think I'm actually gonna move these cookies over on with these cookies so then I can go ahead and load up that pan to be ready to go in next.
Okay, so let's go ahead and let's break down how I implemented my Selling Made Simple framework into my pre-sale to make it super simple and such a great success. So the first phase of my Selling Made Simple framework is to start. And so that's exactly what I did. I chose to start. I chose to launch with one product, which were mini cookie packs in 2 flavors. I didn't go overboard with too many things. I chose chocolate chip and cookie butter. I chose chocolate chip because that is a classic flavor that everybody is familiar with. And then I paired it with my cookie butter cookie because it's kind of a newer flavor that a lot of people might not be completely familiar with, but will still sound intriguing. And I know that it's going to taste delicious as well. Once I had my product, I then created a way for people to be able to order from me. I used Square and I set up my product page with my inventory in there, and I got all of that set up. And then after I got my payment set up, then I decided how I was going to actually deliver the products to the people, which for me, I chose to do delivery. There were no other options, and I was just going to deliver my products directly to my customers. After I had all of that set up, I then moved into the share phase, which is where you start talking about your product and what you have to offer a lot. And so because I launched this whole thing in just 7 days, again, that shows you how simple this is. I decided to do it on Sunday, and I had my post ready to go. So I posted my products, I posted what I had to offer, and then I dropped the link in there for people to buy. I made it simple and easy for people to buy. Hey, this is what I have. If you want it, here's the link to buy. This is when I'll get it to you. And I made, I believe, 3 posts over the course of 4 days. So I shared my product and I made it easy for people to purchase from me. After I got my orders and things in, I then moved into the third phase, which is sustain. I made sure that my products were great, that they looked great, they tasted great, they were presented well, and then I made sure that I provided a great experience for my customers. By delivering the products directly to them, it made it easy for them to get their order. They did not have to leave the comfort of their home. By making it easy and simple for them to see what I have on hand and what they can purchase from me, and made it easy for them to pay, serves as a great customer experience. The way that I packaged up my products all plays into providing a great customer service, and then of course making sure that your products taste delicious. Literally, that's it. And then after that, you just repeat the entire framework all over again. Pay attention to what worked, what didn't work, and then you adjust for the next time, and then you start over again in the start phase. You decide that you're going to run your pre-sale again, or you decide that you're going to a market, or you decide whichever way you're going to sell your products, but you just start. And then once you start and you have your product, a way for people to order and to take payments, and a way that you're going to deliver your products, then move into the share phase. Start talking about what you have to offer. Make it simple, make it easy and clean for people to see you and order from you. And then after that, move into the sustain phase, where you provide a great product and a great customer experience. And then you repeat. It's literally as simple as that. That if you take that and use that to help yourself navigate through the process, it's just going to make it so much easier for you to be able to actually get out there and start selling your products. And this is all just to show you that your business doesn't have to be complicated to be profitable. So here's some more details about my pre-sale. I decided to do mini cookie packs. Why I chose to do mini cookies when I am a cake baker, I don't really know why. It was just in my mind, it was in my head, and I just did it. So I chose that that's what I was gonna do. I only stuck with just 2 simple flavors, and each pack was going to have 6 mini cookies in them. I will have another video on how much I charged and pricing these out, so make sure that you stay on the lookout for that video. Since this was my first cookie pre-sale in my new neighborhood, I decided to start small. So they only had 2 options of cookie choice. I only offered delivery, and there were 2 pickup windows, which in the future I'll probably just narrow that down and keep it to just 1 window. I prepped as much as I could ahead of time just to make the process on game day just that much smoother and easier. And then I baked, of course, the day of, and I may change this and shift this around a little bit next time. Probably just allow myself a little bit more time. I kind of stayed in bed a little bit longer than I was anticipating, and I really felt the squeeze of time. So next time maybe I'll just actually wake up at the time that I'm supposed to get up and get started. And I'll have everything that you see here in this video, from the packaging to my labels, the recipes, all of that is going to be linked down in the description of the video. But if you want more details and more of the behind the scenes of how I did everything, consider joining Business Made Simple for Bakers. I'll have the link to that down in the description as well, where you're going to be able to basically have all the thoughts that went on in my mind, plus all the tips and tricks and the reasonings behind why I did certain things, along with other mini lessons and mini classes to just help make business simple for bakers. I know that a lot of bakers, they just like to do the fun stuff of baking, and you don't really want to think that much about business, and you don't want something that's super complicated and have to sit through hours and hours of video lessons and things. So that's the point of Business Made Simple, to really just help you to be able to focus on the things that you really love and make the business part simple. So coming up next, we're gonna be having some videos coming out. We're gonna again talk about pricing, how I price these and how much I charge, as well as a more in-depth video on selling Made Simple and what it is. So if you have any questions about anything about this pre-sale or anything, just leave it in the comments and then I'll gather all of that and then try to get it inside of a video, or you can just join me in Business Made Simple for Bakers. I documented almost the entire process of this, so you're gonna get a real life look into how I did everything, the emotions that went behind it all, because y'all, it's not always a piece of cake, okay? I'm gonna show you the reality of what it was like for me and in my experience. So make sure that you subscribe to my channel and that you stay tuned for those videos that'll be coming out soon. Thank y'all for always showing up and supporting me, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Until then, peace.